Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. Or should I say, my name is Lucia and I live in Sicily. Ooh. I cut my hair, as you guys know, but this is the first time I styled it with my air wrap and like really blew it out and gave it some volume, gave it some zazz, and it looks exactly like Lucia from White Lotus season 2, which I am not mad about. She is stunning. I never thought I would like this cut, and then now that I see it on her, I love it. So I guess she did the damn thing and she made this cut cool and cute. Today is kind of a special day. I am currently the YouTube creator on the rise on the trending page right now, which I talked about in my last video and on my community tab, but essentially they put me at the very tippity top of the trending page for 24 hours, which is insane. Great exposure. Like, I feel so thankful. And so Rita and I decided we're gonna go to like get tacos to celebrate, have a margarita, all that jazz. So I wanted to do like a light beat, and doing that, I wanted to talk about some new launches that have come out recently. I don't have a new launch in every single category. Sadly, I'm waiting for my Makeup by Mario foundation to come in, but I have something that's come out within the last few months in almost every single category, and one that I don't think it's even been announced yet, but I hope by the time I post this video, it's announced. I haven't done a Get Ready With Me in a really long time, and I love Get Ready With Me, so it's time to get ready. If you're interested in learning about some of these new launches, if you want to hear me chit chat about makeup, you want to talk to me, if you want to subscribe, I would freaking love it, okay? Come join us in 2023. It's gonna be an amazing year on this channel, and I hope you'll subscribe. Okay, so I can already say that my face is so dry, and I have been layering and layering skincare these days, so like that sucks. So we're gonna start off by hydrating the face and the lips. The first thing we're gonna try out is the new Fenty Skin Plush Puddin' Intense Recovery Lip Mask. I did try this in a short, so I have talked about this, I think, just a little bit on this page, but not enough in detail. This is an intensive lip mask. I personally, from trying this and their Fenty Skin Lip Oil, I actually prefer the oil. I find that it is equally as nourishing and less thick. I'm the type of person who, it's like, when something is really thick on my lips, I can't deal. Like, I need just the littlest bit. But with a lip oil, it's kind of hard to go overboard. I know a lot of people like the packaging on this product. I don't really know if I agree with that. It's so big for like a lip product. And also like the whole twist up thing, I get it, but it just feels like it's taking up a lot of space for kind of no reason when it could be in the squeezy tube. Am I rude for that? I don't know. So basically what you do is you just twist this, and they say, like, people say, the perfect amount comes out of the top. Well, you could twist it forever. So how do you know what your perfect amount is? I think mine is just like 2 little twists because this nipple is enough to cover my lips and some. So you just take it off the top, and I can already tell this is gonna be way too much. I mean, like, it is thick. Thick. And I know that on TikTok, Michaela had been comparing this to the Tatcha lip mask. They are not the same at all. This is like 2 times as thick as the Tatcha one. The Tatcha one is so thin. I don't necessarily love that one either because of that consistency. And either way, you have to put your finger in something. So that was another point she made. She was like, well, you don't have to put your finger in it. I'm like, yeah, you do. You gotta put your finger in it and get it dirty just like you do the Tatcha one. I like it. If you need something really, really thick, go for it. But honestly, I much prefer this one. So just putting it out there. The next thing we're gonna do is prime the skin, and this is a newer launch from Typology, and I was gonna do a YouTube video on this product, but I think that they have had some stock issues with this product, so I don't know if it's launched fully, but this is their new Illuminator Vitamin C Glow Drops. I love these. They typically mix it with a moisturizer, so they gave me a moisturizer to mix it in with, and I think I talked about that also in a short, but I'm just gonna apply it straight to the skin today because it is this beautiful, glowy, lightweight sort of vibe, and because I'm feeling really dry, I feel like my skin looks really dull, and I just want that extra glow. So I'm just gonna like straight up go in. Woo! This stuff is so pretty. Let's zoom in. Look how lightweight that is. It just feels, super, super lightweight, almost like a watery consistency. Sort of like the Merit Primer, but more water feeling and less oil feeling. This does have 5% vitamin C, so if you're not a fan of vitamin C, I would skip this one. I know people have said that their vitamin C products irritate people's skin sometimes. It's just like a really nice way to hydrate your skin while adding this extra glow to the face and to the base. It kind of reminds me of the say glowy super gel, but with a little bit more skincare benefits. And my skin is always red right after I touch it, but give it a second and it will just give you this, you see that? Woo! It does have just a little bit of a, I don't know, it's not like a sparkle, but it is a sheen. So if you don't want to look kind of like the Tin Man, then I would not recommend this. Like, it is a sheen, but again, it blends in so well to the skin and it's so lightweight and thin that I don't think you're gonna have troubles with it. As you saw, it really blended in beautifully. It doesn't like look like gold on my face. It just looks reflective almost. And if that's not for you, then I would recommend going in with the Merit Great Skin because it doesn't have any color to it. It's just gonna hydrate. And then I'm just gonna quickly go put on my MAC Face and Body because I don't have a new foundation. I'm really sad. I picked up the Mario in a couple different shades. I picked it up in 8N and 6W, I think. I'm nervous because from what I can tell, it looks completely across the board different on everybody. I saw it on one of my friends that has a similar skin tone to me and she was in shade 3. And I was like, shade 3? That seems really light. I don't know. I tend to go for light, medium, warm, but these shades seem to be pulling really, really, really warm and really tan. So I might get them both. They might not work for me. Another thing about me, I've noticed that TikTok is turning into YouTube from 2016 where it's like, who can be the first one to post this review of this product? And I'm not gonna do that. Like, I love my TikTok people, but I'm not about to go to my local Sephora in the middle of the day just to pick out one product. Like, I'll make an online order and they'll survive. You know what I mean? Whereas like I've noticed on TikTok, everybody is like, how can I be the first one to post about this? And then they get the most views and it works. Like, people wanna know the new and the biggest and the best, which we'll talk about. That happened to me with the next product and it does work to go viral, but I will not be doing that. I don't have the time, baby. I don't have the capacity to be going out to Green Hills, which is like the neighborhood that our mall is in, every week to grab the new launch. I just like to wait until I have a couple things in my cart. You feel me? There's a chance you may have clicked on this video for this product. This is the new Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener. I love this. I think I posted a reel or a TikTok on this as well. If you watch my shorts, you're getting like a short version of a review of a lot of these things, but I obviously like being able to show it to you on the skin in depth in high definition. So this is what they consider to be an under eye brightener. I have mine in shade light medium and it has a metal doe foot, kind of a strange shape, reminds me of the Dominique Cosmetics concealer. The best way to apply this is actually in dots and not dragging it under the eye because the sides of this doe foot do not have any product. It's all sitting on the top. This to me is a lightweight concealer. I like using it on its own and honestly it reminds me of the Hydro Sealer, which is always a good sign. If you're new here, the Hydro Sealer is my favorite concealer of all time and it is discontinuado. Can't find it anywhere. And as you can see, it does brighten up the under eye, but the coloration on this product, there's no correcting to this product and they didn't claim correction, you know, they claimed brightening, which I totally agree, but I don't think that there's a need to layer this product if you are like me and prefer a light coverage concealer. Like light coverage, light reflecting concealer, I don't think you need more than this. Like, is this gonna cover redness on the face? No, like this is pretty much just for the under eye, but it's beautiful. It also layers very well. I think that a good amount of product comes up on the doe foot considering that it's metal. I kind of don't get the point of the metal doe foot considering all of the product is on the tip and it's not like you're going to be going back and forth as if it was like cooling off your face. It's not going to do that. It's not going to depuff your under eye, but I love the product inside. I think it's beautiful. See that? Super gorgeous. In direct sunlight, you can even see more of that reflection of light on the skin. I think it's stunning. I love it. I highly recommend it. Like, truly, I have layered this. Like, this will be my 3rd time, and I think it's stunning. If you want to build it up, you can. If you want to drag it down the face and add a little bit of brightening around the nose area, I think that works. It's just really, really lightweight and really pretty. Got a watery consistency, kind of like everything I've used today. The MAC has a watery consistency. The Typology does as well. And I just think that they all work together very well. So I love this. I am not a fan of everything that Rare Beauty does. Like, a lot of the times I'm not a huge fan of their launches because they end up being full coverage, matte, very pigmented launches, and this one fit the bill for me personally, so it will probably fit the bill for you as well. I don't have any new powders, so we're just gonna skip that because I don't powder my face most days anyways, and with it being dry, it will sink into the skin on its own. But I have something really, really new that just launched and was sent to me by Tarte, and that is their new Sculpt Tape. Remind you of anything? Let me show you. I don't really what to think about this because honestly, I understand making a similar product when something goes viral or does well, but what I don't understand is copying something exact. Like Tarte, don't start turning into Makeup Revolution now. Same with e.l.f. Like some of these dupes that they're coming out with are so incredibly blatant that I'm like, I don't know. Can you change the packaging a little bit or something? I mean, even down to the fact that they have the exact same little puffer. That's a lot of copying. So I'm probably gonna do a comparison on these as a short or something, so we don't have to take the whole video to talk about that. But we are just gonna test this one today and see how it goes. I need to look up the pricing. I'll have everything listed down below and we can see sort of what the pricing looks like. But this also does come with a brush or has a brush that you can buy with it. The problem with Tarte brushes is that there's never any names on them. I have no idea what this brush is called. I'll obviously link it down below. I like Tarte brushes, so I'd like to know what it's called. All right, let's do this thing. We're just gonna squeeze from the bottom till we get a little bit of color. Ooh! Let's swatch it first. That color looks pretty similar to what I usually use. I mean, those are so close, you guys. That is the Charlotte Tilbury and that is the Tarte. The Tarte has more of a warm undertone and the Charlotte Tilbury has more of a cool undertone because it is a contour stick. And this is also a contour. They really said copy paste. Okay, let's try it. It also has the exact same like gel texture and we're just gonna do dots and blend from there, just like I would with my other one. Okay, well that was very easy. I don't love this brush actually. I think it's too dense and I want a really diffused look, so I'm gonna use an angled brush here, just a different one. Let's go in on this side. I didn't have to re-squeeze at all to get that to come out. Pretty, very pretty. I mean, I knew it was gonna be good because it's like, why would you dupe it if you didn't know if it was gonna be good, right? Then we'll do couple up here. It's very watery and so I personally like to blend as I go because it's watery and lightweight. I don't want it to set as a circle on my face, whereas like with a cream I feel like you have a little bit more time. Little double chin action. I think you can be really messy when you're going under the jawline, in my opinion, you know what I mean? Just like hit that jaw, hit the quan, hit the jaw. And then I'm also just gonna add some down the bridge of my nose very quickly as if I was contouring. And then I have been contouring across like this to add sort of like that button shape that I saw, you guessed it, on TikTok. And I'm gonna take a smaller brush to blend that out. So I don't want like just this big brown blob on my nose. Well, that's pretty, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. If it is less expensive than the Charlotte, which I'm sure it is, grab it. Just for the fact that I want you guys to save money. That is really pretty. That is the finish. Very natural. It went super well with the rest of my makeup. It has the on-off switch just like the Charlotte Tilbury, and make sure you turn it off because I didn't on my Charlotte one and it was a freaking mess in there. It's really pretty. So slam dunk, I guess. I feel weird about it, but I like it. So I actually have a powder bronzer that we're going to go in with on top of the contour just because I'm curious about it and I want to talk to you guys about it. This is the Jouer Menage a Trois Butter Bronzer, Blush, and Highlight. So I got it in this like pillowcase and then I got it in this and then you pull it out like this. It's gorgeous. Like the packaging, Jouer always does it right. Super pretty. And it is claiming to be a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter all in one. Obviously it's not, it's a bronzer. I will say I wore this the other day and something about it was giving. Something about it was giving all of those things to the point where I had to read it and be like, is there a pH adjusting thing in here? Like something is working. Maybe it was because I knew in my heart of hearts that it was being marketed as that and that's why. I don't know, you guys, but we're gonna put it on today so you guys can see. We're just gonna use a fluffy brush. This is ColourPop's F30 just to kind of lightly set that contour. And I'm gonna go a little messy because it claims to be a highlight, a bronzer, and a blush all in one. So, you know, let's do the damn thing. Do you see what I mean? I don't know what this coloration is, but it looks kind of blushy. What's happening here? What's happening? Like, I love it. I think it's so pretty. And I haven't used a Jouer product in a long time. I'm looking a little bronze. But like, I really like it. I like it as a blush. I like it as a bronzer. I like it as, I don't know about a highlight. I don't think it's a highlight. But Okay, I look insane. Anytime I feel like I have too much color, I go in with my brush that I put on my foundation with, and it just helps buff out some of that extra color. But wow, I mean, I'm impressed with this, you guys. And this is in the shade Cessoir, C-E-S-O-I-R, Cessoir. And it's honestly beautiful, and I did not think I would like it. I almost gave it away, and I was like, oh, let me try this. It seems interesting. It's interesting. All right, so now we're on to our blush step. These are new from Youthforia, and I wanted to talk about them. These are their brand new blush oils. And if you know the brand Youthforia, you probably know them from this, which is their color changing blush oil. It's green and then it turns into a bright pink. I have a video where I talk about the, you know, the science behind color changing products. It's a short because Tarte released a bunch of these little shits that all turn the same color, and it just really bothered me that they expected people to buy more than one knowing they were all gonna turn out the same color. And this shade from Youthforia is the same thing. It turns pink. They all turn bright pink, and I can link that down below or up above so you can look more into it. But the reason I want to talk about the new ones is, as you can see from the tops here, this one is the color changing and these are non-color changing. These are just simply blush oils, new shades from the brand. There are 3 shades. There is Turn Up the Sunshine, which is like an orange coral, But Tonight, which is a brown, and then Let's Go Party, which is a hot pink, fuchsia pink color. I used this in a Hailey Bieber tutorial, and I think it's gonna end up being what I use today, or like a mix of these two, because the lip product I'm using is kind of like a bright pinky coral color. So I might put these both on, but this brown is really, really pretty to use also as a bronzer. What I have learned about these is that like a little goes a very long way. It's almost like if the Rare Beauty blush was like in an oil, because it takes like 1 dot and you've got blush, baby. 1 dot and you've got blush. So I'm gonna use another angled brush. This one's from Japanesque. This is the powder angled, obviously not using it with the powder. And I'm gonna take 1 dot of Turn Up the Sunshine and Let's Go Party on each cheek and sort of mix them. But I'm telling you, you gotta be careful with these, and they're so cool. So like, I'm literally gonna go with that much to start. See how it like got darker like that? And then just add like the tiniest bit of the pink as well. And then I think that these are really unique because they sort of gradually add color to the cheek. Like that was just 1 dot of each, and I could definitely put more on for sure. It's just like a very, very unique formula, and I really, really like it. I think that they did such a great job of creating something that I've never had anything like in the market. And their whole thing is that they are skincare infused. So if you have sensitive skin, I think you would like Youthforia. Again, you really don't need a lot to get these to show up. Look at that. And they are beautiful. Woo, see? Use too much. And these are very everyday friendly. I don't know if these are gonna be so, look at that. See, use too much. I don't know if these are necessarily gonna be good for like a full beat moment, because they do sort of lift the foundation underneath just a tad bit because they're an oil. Going back in with my original foundation brush again to kind of blend that out. They are really great for the everyday person. And I think you can also use this shade as a bronzer. So I've never broken out from them. I think they're beautiful, especially on no makeup days, like no makeup days where you just want a little something. I also like using them on the lips. I used it on the lips for that Hailey Bieber tutorial and I loved it. So they're super cute. I love them. I think the colors are really pretty. I'm excited to see them come out with some more colors. It's a good. I haven't really had too much of a bad in this video, so that's good. Okay, next up is another Rare Beauty product. Also have a short on this, and that is their new Positive Light highlighter. So these came out at the same time under the Positive Light brand, and this is the highlighter in the shade Exhilarate. I already dug my finger into it on accident. Right when I got it, of course. This is stunning, but let me tell you something. This is not for the faint of heart. As you saw on my short about it, it is intense. It's very intense, you guys. Like, it kind of reminds me of the color of the Amrezy highlighter with the consistency of like an hourglass powder. Super finely milled, absolutely stunning, love it, but it's intense. So I'm using like a tiny fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is from the brand Trelouche. I don't know, they just started sending me stuff. I've never heard of them before. And this is the B104. So I'm just gonna start on my eyes so you guys can see just how bright and blinding it is. With like the tiniest bit. And I also love this on the inner corner, which is, look at that, which is great because my favorite inner corner highlight from Tarte Exposed is discontinued, just like everything I've ever loved. See, I might have actually overdone it on this eye. Like, that is bright. And to me, like, it definitely looks like a powder. Like, it doesn't look like a cream highlight, but it really pairs quite well with a cream highlight. I'm just gonna take this over the brow bone. I'm trying to be so light so that I don't get this like stripe of gold. If you're not careful with this, you could easily get the stripe of gold. You know what I mean? Like, I'm barely touching my face so that I don't have that problem, you know? I want light, fluffy, beautiful luminescence. I don't want the Scene from Space highlight like I used to when I was 21. I used to be like,
oh my gosh, this highlighter, you could see me from space.
Bitch, that's not good. Why would you want that? Okay, then I'm gonna take my finger. It has a little bit of an oil on it, just from like me. And I find that that works best for the nose. And I'm dragging it across the nose as well to give that button effect as well.
Pew.
And then I'm just tapping it in. And that, my friends, is the Rare Beauty highlighter. She bright. I feel like a Tin Man, and yet I keep putting it on. What's wrong with me? So I'm not gonna put on an eyeshadow today. I don't have anything new in the eyeshadow category. So I am going to put on a new mascara for you guys. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. It's interesting that this is called the telescopic, like it's in the telescopic line, because the brush is not anything like the telescopic brush, but this is a washable mascara, aka a tubing mascara, aka no smudging, no flaking, no budging, the whole 9 yards, and I am really enjoying this. This has the strangest wand. It's like chunky and then skinny, and it's a synthetic wand, and what you're supposed to do is apply it with this fat side first, and then flip it and use the skinny side to rake through your lashes. I thought for sure I was not going to be into this, and I love it. It's like an upgrade from an everyday mascara, but it's still tubing, which is like the perfect combo for me. Like, it's still fluttery, and I thought that this flat side for sure was going to like really clump my lashes together, but it doesn't. It just adds the perfect amount of product, and then when you flip it, you're able to really get in there and comb between the lashes. I wore this on Christmas, and I wore it like this whole past week, and I didn't think that it smudged at all. Like, I did not wear almost any powder at all. I barely wore any makeup, and I felt like this stood up against long ass parties for Christmas. So there's that eye versus that eye. And because these sides are so skinny, you can use it on your lower lashes to get like a nice fluttery look. So I'm gonna do the other eye. So pretty, I love it. They're so fluttery, so lifted. I don't have a lash lift right now either, so that should tell you something. And I highly recommend it. I think it's a great washable tubing option from the drugstore. Like, I'm super happy with it, and I did not think I would be considering it's a synthetic brush, but I like it. Try it out. So next, I have a brand new product again, like literally just came out from NYX. This is the brow glue, and they have come out with different shades of the brow glue. I don't even think I have it anymore because I used it up or it went bad because it's clear and it just got nasty. But this is an amazing like lamination effect brow gel, and they have it in colors now, which is awesome. I will say the color range for NYX is pretty bad. Usually they have a ton of colors, especially for eyebrow products, but they only have like 4 shades, and they don't have an auburn, so we're going with medium brown. We'll see. It was like the only one that looked slightly warm. I feel like that looks kind of auburn really when you look at it, right? Kind of does. I'm really excited about this because, oh yeah, that's gonna be good, because it has this like clear sort of consistency and color to it with an added tint. So I'm glad that it's not like totally opaque. So let's go in. I'm not gonna put on a pencil beforehand because I want to see what kind of color coverage we can get from this. And I like to kind of back comb every time I do my brows. This kind of stuff, it is legitimately like a glue. Feels like a little gluey, and I like that. I don't want my eyebrows to be actually laminated to my face, but I want them to look fluffy and stay. So this is with it on, and that's with it off. So I'm into that. Let's do the other eye. See where we get. Okay, I love it. This is the best get ready with me ever. It's a bad one for your wallet though, I'll tell you that, because these are good. I love this. This is also a product that Kevin, my best friend Kevin, really likes because he actually does like the laminated brow look. And this is a product that you can go back in on your brows after they have dried and kind of set them down and lay them into place, even though you've already applied product. So like you could take a spoolie and go back in and lay your brows like hair by hair where you want them to go. I love it. I love the color color. I love that there's no little balls. Like, this is awesome. If you have reddish hair, this is like gonna be your closest bet because it actually is like a very warm brown. So, guys, this is bad. I'm into all this stuff. So I have two options for lips, and I think I'm gonna end up going with this one because of the blush, but this is the In Beauty Project Lip Glaze, the oil in the shade Merlot. This is so pretty, and I think that I have a short of all of these swatched, so I'm gonna go with the Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss from Lawless, and this is a new shade, and it is in Cherry Vanilla. Just Cherry Vanilla, no vanilla. I think this is gonna be stunning with this cheek. Like, look at this shade. It's like the most perfect sort of strawberry, cutie shade. It's kind of not looking so accurate because of the lights, but this is really pretty. It's like not pink, not red, not orange. It's somewhere in between, and I really like that. I'm gonna start with the tiniest bit of lip liner. This is from Persona, and it's in the shade Dusk, just like a nude. So I have just a little bit of that lip liner on just because this is a gloss and I just don't want it to bleed outside my lip line, but it didn't really add any color or anything. All right, let's do this thing. Here is the shade in Cherry Vanilla from Lawless. It's so pretty. It's like the perfect little summer color. I'm actually wondering if there's a pH adjustment in this as well because it is giving off that like pink undertone to it, but I don't think it does. But this, anytime I see this color, pink, I automatically assume that there is a pH adjusting in it, which I don't think there is. I think it's just the color of the gloss, but it's so pretty. It goes really well with the blush, and I already know how much I love this formula. It is a gloss, but it feels more like a thick lip oil than a gloss, and it does have that cooling sensation on the lips. So if that's not you, you're not gonna like this, but I love this formula, and this color is absolutely stunning for spring. Are you kidding? Okay, the very last thing is a setting spray. This is not released yet, and I actually posted this on my stories, and they were like, can you take it down, please? And I was like, sure, but I'm like,
Well, why'd you send it to me?
this is the new Cali Ray Surf Proof setting spray. It's definitely not out yet. I'm hoping by the time this video posts, they have at least like teased it so that I can put this in the video. This is a clean, hydrating, and long wearing setting spray. It says to shake it and that it is surf proof. So that gives me some good vibes. I like Cali Ray. I like a lot of their products, so I'm hoping that this is just as good. Let's spray it and see if there's a scent. It's got a nice mist. Oh yeah. Very light scent. Let's look at the mist on the face. Oh yeah, that is nice. It smells a little bit like coconuts. That's got a super fine mist. I really like that. I was concerned about it because this looks like a classic spray bottle, but it actually feels really good on the face. I'll have to look into the ingredients to see what I think about it, but it really sat. Usually sometimes when I use a setting spray, I feel like I have to like pat it in. I didn't feel like I had to do that at all. So that is good. I'm gonna put on a little bit of freckles and then we will talk about our final thoughts. Okay, here is our final look of the day using pretty much all brand new products from the past month or so. I have almost nothing negative to say. Like truly, I feel like everything was beautiful. I love the way this turned out. I love the mascara and this eyebrow combo, both from the drugstore. Like that is amazing. I'm so happy to see it. This is good. It's good. What can I say? They dooped. Also, this freaky little blush bronzer highlighter thing. Don't know how it works. Really love it. Also highly recommend the new brightener from Rare Beauty. Man, everything is good. The only thing in here that I feel like maybe you could skip is the Plush Puddin'. If you're not a fan of a lip gloss, don't get this. And then this ain't even out yet. So if you already have the Euphoria Changing Blush Oil, I really don't think you need these two shades, especially the shade Let's Go Party. It's just essentially the same color pink, so don't feel like you need to buy all of them. Maybe the orange one, and also they do stack if you were curious. Let me know if you have any questions on anything we went over, or if there is a new launch you want me to try. I will definitely be trying the Makeup by Mario foundation. I'm really curious about it. It seems like everybody's adding glitter into their products these days, so can't wait to see how that turns out. I will let you know how that goes, and I will see you guys in the next video really soon. Bye!